What up, YouTube? We back at it again. Oh my god, I'm loud. Chill, dude. Yo, um, we are looking at some Asaf. He dropped a video, I think, for from In a Box 3 Gold Shadow. Haven't heard it. Gold Shadow. Okay, that sounds like that sounds like the girl following you home from a strip club. Just kidding. Do me a favor. If you're new here, if you're not new here, run over to Asaf's page. Please go like and subscribe. If you like what I do, please like, comment down below, subscribe. Um, yeah, I haven't heard Asaf. Asaf's such a. Every time I see him pop up in my feed, I don't even need requests. By the way, I'll just do it. He's such a treat. To his artistry is it's honestly like there's I haven't heard anything like him or seen anything like just instrumentally what this dude can do. Um, Compartmentalizing, looping, instrumentals, and all of that stuff whilst singing the way that he does. And the lyrics that, the stuff that he writes is usually very, very deep and introspective. He's a different kind of cat. But yeah, we got a new different mic we're doing today. I don't know. I feel like I give too much love to that one. There's no reason not to share the love. It's Christmas. Let's dive in. So we've seen this scene before. It's the same pianist, and he's got it.
There's a gold shadow seeping through the door. There's a cold sparrow lying still upon the floor.
Ooh, right out the gates. There's a gold shadow seeping through. If you think about the symbolism there, gold shadow seeping through the door. That's sort of kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel, but it also the gold coloring is sort of symbolic of hope. Speaking of symbolism, there's a cold sparrow lying on the floor that's synonymous with death, right? A body cold lying on the floor, and a sparrow. There's meaning behind that as well. Interesting.
Dead and true as lipstick, slow as the speed of skin. There's a gold shadow growing from within. There's a bend.
Hold on. As a speed of skin. That's just a reference to like humanity and growth. He's getting deep with this one. I should have done this like in the afternoon.
From within, there's a bend willow in the moonlight painted blue.
There's a bent willow in the moonlight painted blue. He's painting pictures right now. This dude. And a bent willow also symbolic of the willow is always isolated. You see one, and it's bent, imperfection, and he says the moonlight, right? So you're seeing a bent willow in the moonlight, also synonymous with sorrow. He's running through emotions using scenery. He's this dude.
Spent moonlight painted blue. There's a spent window silhouetting you.
A spent window. Now he's talking about emptiness. So this is an introspective song about. I feel like it's kind of an internal battle song for now, because he's referencing struggles within, all of them.
Deep and true as whiskey, soft and sure as lies. There's a bent willow reflecting in your eyes.
It's reflecting in your eyes, right? So that sorrow is it's from within. You're reciprocating and the bent willow is symbolic. Obviously, everything he's saying is it's this is all this is all it speaks to emotion. It's you're not actually looking at a dead sparrow on the ground, right?
But now there's a girl out in the boat. Her arms are outstretched and she's barely afloat. There's a man on the shore, a rope in his hands. It's tied to the boat and he's pulling as hard as he can. Not to bring her to him, but to pull the whole shore and the whole world within to her open door.
Whew. There's a girl in a boat and a man whose ropes tied to the. I'm paraphrasing. A man whose ropes tied to the boat, and he's not trying to pull her in. He's not trying to sway this girl. He wants to bring everything to her. So that sort of lends to back to loneliness and just trying to understand how to. There's obviously a space between, the man and the woman, right? And figuring out how to bridge that gap. It doesn't have to be man and woman. This is just in reference to speak to what he's saying. It's more so, I guess this is a life song about dealing with struggles and trying to sort of figure out how to use what's inside you to then relate to the world and to or to a person. It could be anything, a dog, and to bring whatever you may have to the table to sort of to try to, because obviously she's in a boat, she's adrift, and he's got a rope tied to it, so she's in trouble. Trying to run around and learn, just trying to figure out how to fix things. Interesting.
All his voices are heard. 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 Has he been here before?
Has he been here before? So this is an ongoing. This is repetitive. This is a feeling he's had before. Just trying to figure things out, essentially, to sort of, for lack of a better term, kind of dumb it down. He's playing with a lot of symbolism here. It's hard to grasp, and I could be way off.
Nobody's shout.
I love strings.
There's a silver distance, a luminescent glimpse. There's a river of resistance. It's drying the cracks upon your lips, brittle as believing, sticky as betrayal. There's a silver distance, opening like a trail.
Like I said, bridging the gap. There's a silver distance, a river. These are all barriers, right? And rather than trying to foot that and conquer that on your own, figure out a way to bring the world with you. Utilize, what's inside you, what's around you to sort of help try to quote unquote save the girl. But that's not what this is about. Interesting. It's about sort of figuring out your place and what to do with it.
Well, there was a town before all the leaves cover the beauty of Adam and Eve, and they were blind and they were free to be whatever they wanted to be. But now they're just a prayer and a song, and he is so sorry for all that went wrong. All his voices are heard. 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 Has he been here before? Has he been here
Man, that's poetry right there. The reference back to Adam, I stopped too much. Sorry about that, but the reference back to Adam and Eve and the use of repetition throughout the song, and even the verse directly after he mentioned that, he repeated and repeated and repeated. It's almost like going it back, throwing it back to a time of, somewhat of a naked purity kind of level, right? And then and then sort of what the progression of humanity, and how things, sort of progress after the fact, and kind of where we are, why we are where we are when we're there, as we are now. Does that make any fucking sense? It did in my head. But and that's yeah, that's the struggle that the main character, I guess, in this is dealing with. It's, I guess, in essence, it's a song about internal struggle and trying to figure out how to kind of deal with the world, and to figure out, or if you need to, what you can do to kind of make a mark or add to it, if you will. That's my takeaway. I could be way off, but it's so vague, as is, anything, in like advanced songwriting, poetic, like in essence, that it's meant for the listener to digest, and kind of, whatever it means to you. You could have a really good night at bowling, and then go home and listen to this song and be like, oh, I totally could have picked up that strike if I took one board to the left. And I think what he's saying there is, by the bent tree, I need to tort my body a little bit this way. I mean, you could say, I'm just, obviously I'm talking shit, but but you could take whatever you want from songs like this. That's kind of, I don't know, that's what I got. But man, this dude, I'm glad that I space his reactions out a little bit, or he spaces his drops out a little bit, because he's so talented. Everybody, please go show Asaf some love. Go like and subscribe. If you like what I do, again, please like, comment down below, subscribe. I'm sorry for pausing so much. Happy Thursday. We'll talk to you on the next.